Yo, what's good? You already know I'm KenWal, and Suicide Squad is not dead on arrival. I know, here I go again, hoping for a game that has all the red flags, somehow turns out to be great. I'm sure by now you know that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has many live service elements and overused RPG elements in it. I don't know what's more appalling, the fact that they keep trying this live service model, or that they keep making everything an RPG. Like, what the Oh, gotta be careful. I think I'm still 8 seconds in, and the algorithm's watching me. This was the year that the king of superhero games were gonna compete. But now, Spider-Man is gonna mop the floor with Suicide Squad. I don't know what WB doesn't understand. Multiplayer superhero games suck. Like, damn, even EA gets this concept. What adds to the confusion of all this is that WB just had its biggest launch ever, which was a completely single-player game. Many are confused on why Rocksteady would make this pimple-popping simulator, summing it up to corporate bullshit from WB. When you factor in things like a rejected Superman pitch and a game being set in Metropolis, you got the right ingredients for a conspiracy theory. Before we begin, allow me to give you a friendly reminder to like this video, and if you end up enjoying it here on my channel, know that I keep you up to date with the latest open world game news, superhero games, and video essays where I go deeper into other video game topics. Other links in the description box below. Thanks, crew. The trailer received a mixed response from, actually, it was negative. It was mostly negative.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Many people concerned about the game's use of the live service model. This model has become increasingly common in recent years, but it's not the best fit for every type of game. In the case of superhero games, players want to experience a fully realized single-player story rather than a grindy, repetitive, evolving multiplayer. Gaming is late on trends. Game production spans from 4 to 6 years. So when a gaming trend pops off, developers better hope it's still around in 4 to 5 years when they get their turn. Between 2017 and 2019, there was free-to-play flops popping up left, right, and center. You had success stories like Fortnite, Destiny, Apex Legends, PUBG, and more. So other publishers wanted a piece of that, and there is no doubt that WB didn't want a piece of that, especially. Wait, are y'all still with me? Because this is usually the point when a lot of y'all start to leave and you miss out on the most important part of the video. So instead of me prolonging that, I'm gonna move that up a little bit. This game looks fun, don't get me wrong, but for something that says this is the next adventure in the Arkham series, I feel robbed. Like, come on, we were all expecting this to carry some similarities. That's what makes it so unbelievable that Rocksteady would want to make something like this, especially when their games have been about
character-driven game. You know, it's all about that kind of heart and soul of the characters that we want to bring to life.
But it wouldn't be the first time seeing a studio do something like this. I mean, hey yo, Volition, how are y'all doing? But why leave them? Now that Hill's gone, we're left with a former Ubisoft employee taking the reins of Suicide Squad.
What the fuck is that guy?
This makes me believe that Hill, Walker, and WB couldn't agree on something and decided to cut ties mutually. Is it because they didn't want to make a multiplayer game, or instead they wanted to make a Superman game? Alright, this rumor needs to be put to bed. According to Jason Schreier, he knew the general idea of Suicide Squad before any of them.
I've heard what they're working on. I don't really want to spoil it just for the sake of spoiling it, but every single rumor I've seen just seems to be bullshit. Like, there are Superman rumors and Justice League rumors, and it just feels like those rumors are begetting other rumors. So, I mean, the thing I've heard is not Superman at all. So, I can't 100% definitively say, no, they're not doing a Superman game, but I do not believe it. I think what we're going to see from them is a game about a group of superheroes and it'll be like a game as a service.
Could there have been a Superman game that was worked on for years, that had prototypes, concept art, that was eventually rejected by WB, making Hill and Walker feel some type of way because they built WB on their backs because of the Arkham series? Yes. That could be a possibility. Superhero game leaker James Sigfield was the one to report on this Superman rejected game pitch, but I'm more inclined to believe Jason Schreier over him. Hill and Walker could have just decided it was time to leave and do something new.
You don't know shit.
Ultimately, it's WB. Rocksteady was releasing games at a normal cadence, then just stopped after 2015. This is probably due to mergers and leadership changes. When Arkham Knight came out, David Haddad came in. Now, David is a business guy, which isn't a big deal, not a big deal whatsoever. The only experience he had with gaming before this was he was the chief operating officer of Guitar Hero, and we know how that story ends. David is not bad at his job, but it does seem he doesn't get AAA superhero games. Since he has taken over the role of CEO, the superhero games have been non-existent, and he just let Marvel steal their thunder once again. Coincidentally, this does put him in line of being in charge when Rocksteady pitched that Superman game back in 2015. But that, I know, Metropolis, Brainiac, the man himself. We all speculate that this game was birthed after the rejected Superman pitch, but that's not true. Suicide Squad was birthed between 2017 and 2019. Between 2017 and 2019, there was free-to-play flops popping up left, right, and center. Other publishers wanted a piece of that, and there is no doubt that WB didn't want a piece of that. Just like Ubisoft and the rest of the industry, WB was chasing after their own cash cow. When they were thinking of Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League back then, they were probably popping bottles, celebrating, thinking this was gonna be a great idea. Now, they're probably kicking themselves. Suicide Squad is the product of that. And since the team probably knew way before us that Hill and Walker were leaving, they probably thought it was a good opportunity to do something new. You see, the answer is always the simple one. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. I could be right. I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm willing to accept either or. You know who does know what went down? Sefton Hill. So why don't we get this video to 1 million likes, make this go viral so he catches my attention and I can have him on Talk a Good Game. But until then, we don't know. I don't know. I just took an educated guess and did research on the background, and you know, I just love talking about games. In conclusion, the gameplay for Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League left many people disappointed. I believe the game is going to be good regardless, but this is not going to compare to any of their previous games. It's just disappointing again getting a multiplayer superhero game. I'm not one of those people that don't think it can work. It's just the way they're going about it now, it's not it. You already know I'm KenWal. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.